Hey everyone, this is Shirley Christie, Geekettes Chat Podcast. I don't mind if the world spins faster.
Obsession. Hey peeps, this is Chrissy here.
Hey man, we are back just like Nsync is back, so let's not front.
Are you telling me that Nsync gave you the energy to come back and do a show? I can see that. I can totally see that.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. You know, when you hit your 30s, your energy's kind of like, and then Nsync is like, they're older now and they come back, and I'm like, oh, I'm back too. Hello.
Talking about age, I was shocked at their ages. I was like, yo, let me find out they're older than me. I thought I was older than them.
Nah, dude, they were already older when I was in middle school when I started listening to them.
Yeah, but like I'm 7 years older than you, so I thought that, I was older than them. So, but anyway,
You always thought you were older than everybody. That's crazy. Anyways, yes, this is Geekettes Chat. We are back, just like Nsync. Ours is bigger. No, I was just joking. No, they're amazing. But anyways, yes, this is the 24th episode. We haven't done an episode in a couple of months. It is a spooky season. Hey, and my birthday's coming up, which is dope. And our episode basically is going to be about Nsync coming back because, hello, we need to talk about that shit.
Okay, it's not just about Nsync.
No, it's
just
not.
To be clear.
No, it's not.
We're also going to be talking about Hispanic Heritage Month stuff.
Happy Latinx Hispanic Heritage Month.
Yes.
That's very important. Yes. It's all year long. And but we're also going to talk about NYC, like underwater, the flooding, everything that happened, the craziness on Friday yesterday.
Right. So what do we get into first?
Well, my birthday's coming up.
It's like the most important thing today that we're going to be discussing.
It's like like it's front and then Nsync and then other. No, so we're going away on vacation, and I think the episode, like October 4th, we have another episode coming up, which is gonna be dope because we got our special guests coming on that. We're gonna be talking about horror and all that. And
yes, I have my we have two folks that we know, like friends and folks. We have Eugenia, who is the DP for the Public Housing Z film that I'll talk about later, and then also we have Kasori, who is the sound director on the project and was it's also like a horror connoisseur type person.
Yeah, so we're gonna be talking about
and
then, like horror.
Yeah,
like
and then we have another Halloween episode at the end of the month with my pal Glenn. We're gonna be talking about also more horror. So this is a horror season.
And I realized our vacation, the day we come back, the day after we have that podcast, we gotta feel another cloud in a better place, as in Nsync.
What? I'm gonna have the energy. I have the energy.
No, I'm gonna have the energy because it's gonna be dope. We're gonna have guests, so that's gonna be cool.
I technically took off 2 weeks. Technically, I didn't really take it off, but I did rest my body. But let's get into your birthday.
No, that was it. And I'll definitely talk about where we're going. We're going to San Francisco, but I'll talk about it more when we get there. When we actually go on vacation to San Francisco. I don't know. I just picked San Francisco because it looks beautiful. So I was like, yeah, let's go back to the East Coast. I mean, we went to Los Angeles for like a couple of days. And I was like, yeah, let's go see San Francisco. I do not know the nickname for San Francisco. I was trying to think about it, and I was like, I don't know. But anyways, yes, let's also we were gonna go into because the whole thing was we were gonna talk about Public Housing and Latin Heritage Month, but then Nsync came back and NYC was underwater and the flooding and all that shit, so it kind of changed what we were gonna talk about because I was like, we need to talk about this other stuff. So yes, let's talk about NYC flooding.
Okay. So I already knew New Yorkers were crazy. Especially after the Canadian smoke coming from the mountains, and New Yorkers were out there running in that fucking smoke.
I don't know how they were breathing well.
Yeah,
it must have been crazy hard.
From that time, I was like, we got some crazy folks over here in New York City. But yesterday, that threw me off. I was like, yo, people are walking out in that thing. Like, in this rain? I mean,
I
would have called my boss and I'm like, I'm late. And then I would have waited 2 hours to see if it calmed down and been like, I'm still late. Sorry. And then I would have waited till she made the decision to be like, don't come in today. But damn, those places that were flooded. I mean, I feel sorry for the people in the neighborhood, especially restaurant owners, independent restaurant owners who are probably going to feel it.
It sucks because, with capitalism, it's these people probably who went into work were scared to call out or something like that, because it's like capitalism. Of course, it forces you to go into your office because, they organizations like companies, they prioritize profit over people. So they don't give a shit if you're like fucking like walking in dirty bacteria infested waters and all that stuff, because it was really dirty water that a lot of people were walking in, because sadly you were stuck. You were trying to get to school or work because they make you to, of course, and and it's like, and you're scared to call out, and most of the time they don't want you to call out. They're like, no, you gotta come in. I mean, like, it's crazy.
You were risking your life going out yesterday, because in the trains, like, literally people were walking down these flooded stairs. Oh my God, and I'm like, you could slip on that. Where are you going? And then there was like these rainstorms coming in, like showers, like it looked like a waterfall in the train station, and people were just hopping out of the train like that. I was like, yo, that is dangerous, because you could have totally slipped on the floor. Like, people were risking their lives yesterday, and like for like, I don't know.
It was crazy because really water was coming out of the walls.
I know, and
that shit could break.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, people are standing there taking videos. Strong. What if that broke?
Oh man, that's scary.
Like, that's scary.
And like the buses were flooding, subway cars were flooding. People were walking like torrential, dirty rain coming from the subways.
Shooting a dance video.
It was insane. What?
In the flood.
No.
And then he threw some water on his friend's face who was recording the video.
Oh God.
I would have threw his phone in the water and bounced, because I was like, how dare you throw that dirty ass water in my face?
People, that is bacteria-infested water. And you could get sick from water. That's dirty.
Yeah, you can. So I hope everybody who was out there in that flood took a mean shower, like literally like over like 5 times.
And it's sad because you were stuck in it, because NYC, of course, they don't, they're not prepared because of climate change and everything that's going on. Well, they don't prepare, for people to protect people, to keep them safe. And then Eric Adams could go fuck themselves, because all that shit that he was saying.
Well, I'm happy you brought it up, climate change, because the rain yesterday was like torrential. I was like, yo, I don't think I've ever seen that in New York City. And climate change has a lot to do with it, because it affects the climate, the way the environment kind of happens with regards to storms, the soil. Like, a lot of countries cannot soil in certain parts of the land because of climate change. So that's why like in Guatemala, like, people are coming to the States because they can't farm anymore because their soil is not fertile. And that's climate change. And yesterday, definitely a sign of climate change, and we need to get on the ball on that and take this shit serious. Yeah, that was scary yesterday.
That was scary.
I'm happy no one really got hurt. At least I haven't heard otherwise. I'm not sure if you have.
Heard otherwise.
I couldn't get on the news because I was like, damn, this is so sad that's happening to New York. But you know what? I mean,
well, I had to go into the office yesterday, but I work close by to work, so it wasn't that bad, but it was freaking crazy. Where I was, most of the time when it was raining hard, I looked outside and I was like, holy shit, it was crazy.
Yeah, my cousin I was close by. Had to get naked and have her clothes hanging.
Oh yeah, I saw that post on Facebook. I was like, yo, I would have been like,
ain't nobody staying dry in that.
I'm clocking out. But I'd be like, I'm not coming in. It's over. Yeah. But that was insane. Climate change, the government, everything, they need to do better, man. They're really fucking people over. And it's sad because communities are suffering for it, Right. Let's get into Nsync
Better Place. I don't remember like the tune.
I don't remember. All I have to say, Justin, we are not here to watch you back with Nsync. We are here to see JC sing his beautiful lyrics and to hear Lance, Joey, and Chris. You have to tag along because you're part of Nsync. We just watch it for the other people. For the other guys. Like, Yo, when JC popped onto that verse again and then the song, I was like, oh my God. I wanted to cry. Because I forgot. I didn't forget. But I was just like, oh my God, JC sounds so amazing, so beautiful. Like, he still sounds the same. Like, it's really crazy to me. It's crazy. Really does. But amazing. JC, you the star. Legit. You deserve it. Like, come on now. Let's, like, I'm sorry, JC and Lance and Chris and Joey, that when I was an Nsync fan, when I was in middle school, when it started, Justin actually was my favorite. I was a little kid, and, you know, Justin was the teen popper. He looked very, like, stereotypical. Like, they pushed him, of course, the record deals and stuff, the record company. And so I was like, I liked him. But now, being an adult, growing up, I realized that they were all multi-talented. The harmonies were amazing. I mean, they were always good. I thought that when I was young. But now it's like, oh, JC should have got his flowers. Like, when he was trying to be a solo artist, that kind of, like, didn't manifest that successfully, sadly. And I was like, damn. But now going back to the records again, I was like, damn, they know how to fucking harmonize. JC's just beautiful angel voice. I'm like, they all sound so good together. Lance looks amazing. He is thriving. God bless him, or the universe bless him, or whatever, because he's finally just being who he is. And I think that's dope. And so, Joey and Chris look good. Justin looks like, Justin.
Well, I was a Lance Bass fan since day one. You know what I'm saying?
No, Chrissy was a Lance
And
Bass
I also
fan.
was JC fan, too.
Yeah, like, I think you were, actually.
I really liked both of them. Not only that, like, I like
Chrissy
Joey
saw the
and
light.
Chris,
I didn't.
But, you know, there was something about them that just stood out to me as far as, you know, I don't know. I felt like they were just chill dudes. Like, you know, I mean, I like Chris and Joey too, but, you know, I felt like they had like this aura to them, or this like presence to them that felt really calm and cool, and, you know, didn't feel like they had to be in the limelight or in the forefront too much.
Yeah.
But maybe I was wrong about JC because he used to sing it and go crazy. But anyways, Lance Bass, he was always my number one. And when he came out, you know, it wasn't a question of like, oh, is he, you know, from that community or anything like that. I just liked him as a singer, as a person, and how he presented himself on stage and in interviews, and that was it.
Oh, you mean from the LGBTQ plus IA community?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. So when he did, you know, say that he was from the LGBTQ plus AI community, I think I did that wrong. Sorry.
IA community.
Yes. And I was just like, you know, I'm happy that he did, because, you know, I can't imagine what kind of, like, how much stress it must have caused him to have to not be his full authentic self in Nsync.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know the full story. I haven't listened to, like, what he had said. So I'm just assuming here that maybe the record company, you know, how they are, like, because they have to, you know, be like, oh, all these women or girls have to love you. So, you know, it's
and the only reason why I say that, because I see how he was back then compared to now. He's a completely different person now.
He looks so happy.
And he does look definitely really, like, happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
That's dope.
Anyways, back to the fact that Nsync has a new song out there.
And JC looks calm.
And, yo, if you haven't heard the new song, please check it out. What? Better Place?
Oh, Better Place. It's for the Trolls movie that Justin's in.
We're not supposed to mention movie, but all right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's all good.
Right.
Dun, dun, dun,
Sorry
dun,
about that.
No, I'm gonna mention a movie later, so you go ahead.
No, because WGA made a deal, and everybody unionize, go on strike, get your money, get the respect you need. Definitely, I think the SAG, which is the Actors Guild, is still on strike though.
Yeah, they are.
You can't talk about or review strict work. So we're not going to do that. But yes, Nsync, Better Place. That's their new single. Check it out for JC, Lance, Joey, and Chris, Nsync, and yeah, Justin's there too. So.
Yeah, but on to more serious news now.
Yes.
So I just wrapped the production for Public Housing Z, which is a short film story about a young girl who is trapped in a public housing building because there is an outbreak and her family and neighbors are sick and she needs to escape. So I'm excited. My first film, and I've learned so much about it that it has really made me see the importance of storytelling and stuff. So I really want to do justice to this film. So I'm still reaching out to folks for funding for the film. So check us out on Instagram if you think you can fund. Send us some support so that we can get this film completed. We gotta pay. Whatever you can support with, either if it's a donation or even if it's a share, that'll be nice. Thank you.
No,
but
definitely.
I have a great, amazing team. I have little kids who are acting in the film. They are from the community and also either have lived in public housing or currently live in public housing, so they understand the nature of the story. I also have actresses from other parts of the borough and who also live in other states. So it's amazing. It's, a predominantly woman-centric film it's exciting to work with a team that is just, believes in the film, really. So.
Yeah. And whatever you could donate, it's on our IG. Follow us, check our IG, Geekettes chat for the link to the crowdfunding. But you can also find it in I Fund Woman.
Yes,
as well,
and
Woman. Look up Public Housing Z,
which is a resource for women entrepreneurs, and they also have a section for crowdfunding campaigns, which is awesome.
Yeah, definitely. So definitely, if you can, any way, because I know it's a struggle right now. It's a struggle.
It is a struggle, but I'm so grateful. Today,
I know that
Becky,
people are supporting.
A friend donated $10. I was so grateful. Yeah, because I was a little hesitant about doing this crowdfunding right now, but you know what? Let me do it and see what happens. And so I'm so grateful for anyone who can give, because I know it's really hard to live now. But thank you for the support, because it makes me think that you guys believe in the project, also believe in me. So this is amazing. And right now, so we're in post-production, and some of the team has decided to hold back in receiving payment until we can finish this crowdfunding and get as much funding as possible. That would be great. So I'm so grateful for that as well.
Definitely. Let's get into the Latinx heritage, things
Hispanic
we wanted.
Heritage Month,
wanted to recommend for this month, because it's from September.
So we are recommending
15th to October 15th.
All right.
I don't think we're really.
It's
probably not.
Okay, all right.
I'm probably not gonna mention movies because of the strict work thing.
Yeah, but there are independent films out there, and those people are not in SAG. A lot of them are not in SAG. Some of them are SAG workers. But there are some that are not, so I don't know how you look that up, though. But check those films out if you can.
No, definitely. You can't review the movies, but you can't. I don't think you can.
We don't understand the fine line between that, so Let's just not talk about it in general.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know
Although
what you could do.
I am dying to mention this one movie, but I'm not sure. Since day one, you've been like, we can't talk about movies. I've followed it to the T, yo.
But I think we can't review them, right? I think that's what
telling people to go watch movies is technically saying, hey, they're good.
Go watch them. Okay. I don't know.
We're lost.
We're lost. Anyway, let's talk about podcasts then. We recommend some podcasts. Latine, basically Geekettes chat, us, because we are two Latinas talking about movies, TV, books, pop culture, NYC, living up in here. So definitely check out Geekettes chat, us on Apple Podcasts and YouTube. The other podcast is a Latinx horror movie podcast. It's Uy, qué horror. I love how they say it.
Uy.
It's dope. And then check them out. I think they're on Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts.
Nice.
I know Google Podcasts is closing down.
Nice. Willie. Whoa.
I hope I'm right about that. I think they're on Spotify too.
Google Podcasts closing.
Shit, look up. Yeah, definitely. Uy, qué horror. Check them out. They talk about horror movies. Espooky Tales Podcast. They talk about like Latin American folklore, like myths, legends, haunted places, spooky stories, y más. So that's like, so basically Latin American myths and legends and stuff like that. And they're dope too. I started listening to them. I just started listening to them. So yeah, I think they are definitely on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. But make sure, because now I'm like forgetting. It's like I should have wrote it down, but I'm like forgetting about that.
Can I go into my list now? I know your list is hella longer, but I'm gonna go
into
my list because my list is super short.
Go to your list.
Yay! Okay, so for Latinx Hispanic Heritage Month, check out my list. This is my list. It's very short actually. For those who are, we all have anxiety. Everybody and their mother has anxiety. We all know that.
Some people have it more,
But what I was gonna say next was that some people, have it a little bit more. It's a little more challenging, for some people, the anxiety where you can't.
That's the time it takes
live a productive life sometimes, or at least a day or two, or something like that. So I totally recommend Bold Moves, a 3-step plan to transform anxiety into power by Dr. Luana Marquez. She is Brazilian. I read the book. I read the entire book. Now, I read self-help books, and I'm just like, boop, 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 That's boop. Dope. I don't read the whole thing. This is the first self-help book that I've read in its entirety. And I'll tell you why. I suffer from anxiety big time sometimes. During college, I had a hard time getting out of bed a lot of days. But now it's gotten a little better because I've been to therapy for it and I have my tools to help me and support me. But this book gives you actual techniques and what you can do to kind of get out of that stage. And one of the techniques that I want to talk about, even though I probably shouldn't mention it because you should read for yourself, is like just shifting your mindset. And a lot of that, it has to do with you being your own director in your own mind, kind of talking your way through this anxiety moment that you're having, right? And just trying to navigate yourself through it. So she talks a lot about that and how to do that, and it was amazing just reading on it. So I totally recommend this book for you. Even if your anxiety is not even that bad, but sometimes it does hold you back, check it out. There's also probably audiobooks as well. The other thing I want to talk about for this month is William Levy. I don't know if anyone knows who William Levy is. He's a Cuban-American actor, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he is.
And he is a Latino actor, I guess. He does Mexican novelas as well. And there's a new novela coming out in Telemundo, and it's called Vuelve a mí. Now, this is not a romance. This is a drama, but I'm sure there's going to be some spicy scenes with him and his co-lead. So you might want to check that out. And I only say that because has anyone saw the novela Sortilegio?
Oh,
that
Jesus.
novela
They were
was
like really having
hot.
sex.
I mean, like in every episode, they were having sex, and I'm sorry for the younger listeners out there. And well, let me just tell you, you felt like you were watching some rated R movie when you saw this novela.
I was like, okay, they were really into it,
and
a little too much.
And I would have thought that this novela would have started like at 11 o'clock at night. No, it was 8 o'clock. People were putting this on.
Hey.
You know, how old was I? I don't know, my 20s? I don't remember.
I was in my teens, like early teens when that came out.
And Shorty was watching this.
I was watching.
Taboo. And mind you, a lot of this, all this watching was happening with our parents. Can you imagine?
We were watching with our parents.
Can you imagine? Like you in your teens, early 20s, sitting there with your parents watching steamy hot novelas. I don't know how we did it, but we did it. I think that made us closer. But anyways, so check it out. It's happening sometime in October 9th. And then another show that I want to recommend, it's on BronxNet TV. So it's a public access channel in the Bronx, BronxNet TV. And it's a show with the host and creative director, Ria Valentine. From time to time, I catch a show. And what she does is interview artists, entrepreneurs, creatives about what they're doing in life. It's like a show related to arts, music, entrepreneurship. And the other day I just catched an episode of this 20-something or something like that, 20-something-year-old who sells coffee, and it's from Dominican Republic. And I was like, that is so dope. And he's from the Bronx. He's a Bronx native. And I was like, this is what's up. So she is sharing stories of people who live in the city, who are locals, who are starting out, who are building business, who are doing music, who are doing art. And it's fun to watch. And she's entertaining. I don't know what's her background. I don't remember. But I know she is part of the Las Comadres of Americas.
Hey.
Which we are as well. So check her show out. And there was another recommendation I had, but it's a movie. Damn it, did we decide?
Because I have movie recommendations too, and I was like, oh wait, I don't think we can talk. I should have looked up the rules. I'm sorry. But anyways, I wanted to recommend like food. So basically, Excess Market, they have like classes and stuff. So I wanted to recommend La Cocina de Loisaida with Maria Bido. Thank you, Maria Bido. I knew I was gonna mess that up. Sorry, Maria. She's dope. She's a good friend's neighbor and friend as well. Hey, Babs. I don't know. Maria Bido, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. She's a chef, and so she has classes, La Cocina de Loisaida, at Excess Market. Go to Excess Market on the website. You'll see the class schedule and stuff. Sign up for her classes, because we took a class a couple months ago, and her class, like in April, the end of April, and her classes are amazing. It is Puerto Rican cuisine, dishes, and all that stuff.
And she's giving out history
and history
lessons
about
as well.
These
We are having a hard time talking today, but
food.
It's all good. We are hungry. That's what it is.
I am hungry. I'm not gonna lie. I saw that person walking by with a pizza, and I was staring at.
I know. There's a window right in front of the studio, and people walking out with food.
Yeah, they're looking at us like, what the fuck are they doing?
Anyways,
and I'm like, I'm looking at your food. That's what I want.
Speaking of studio, thank you P and T Knitwear for
that's where we
giving
record.
us this space, this beautiful space to record. Sorry, we forgot to mention you in the beginning. Bam.
Yes, definitely check
but she's giving out history, Puerto Rican, African American, Latino history about food and where it comes from and how it started. And I think that makes the class so much more richer and fun to be in. Mm-hmm. And not only that, it's just this idea of cooking in community that feels so good. And the kitchen is not small, because I hate cooking in a small kitchen. Let me tell you about that.
The kitchen was so big.
I hate it so much it hardly happens.
So because it's like, and I don't cook at all.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like I don't do that shit. That's not.
Okay,
That's
but
not
anyways,
for me.
Exodus Market in the Loisaida, the Loa.
Loisaida. This is another way to say Lower East Side.
Exactly.
Since I can't talk about fucking movies. Let's see. Books, right? Okay. Help me out with the names, Christy, because I forgot to look up how to pronounce names, and I know I'm gonna mess them up. Sorry about that. So just ahead. Plátanos, Our Love by Alyssa.
It's a kid's book, right?
Reynoso-Morris, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh God, sorry about that. Plátanos Our Love. It's a children's book, and I got it at a Juneteenth event here in my neighborhood. And she's Afro-Latin. Oh, they are Afro-Latino. Sorry, I don't know what their pronouns are. They are Afro-Latin, and so I was like, I saw the book, I wanted to support it because I actually bought it for my good friend Janaea, her niece, and I wanted to buy something for her. So yeah, I got the book, I read it quickly, and then I gave it to my friend. And it's really cute. It was about the grandma, cooking plátanos with the granddaughters, and in the end of it, and in Spanish, it's bilingual. And in the end, they have a recipe for plátanos, how to cook it and shit. I thought that was so cute.
Did you take it down though? The recipe?
No, I didn't.
Got problems. I'm about to call Janae and be like, take a picture of that.
I do have problems.
I was like, is it any different from the way we cook? Do you remember?
I wonder. Ah, shit, I read it, but that was a couple months ago in June. So I was like, oh, don't worry about it. Okay. So anyways, Cemetery Poise by Adrian Thomas. That book is amazing. I'm telling you, I read this like 2 years ago. And so it's about a transgender boy, and then they're selling the Dia de los Muertos, and how they basically haven't they haven't really been accepted by their family in a because there's not that full acceptance, and so they they're trying to find their place. They find a community with other youth in the LGBTQ plus IA community, and so it's a really good book and stuff like that. I'm so sorry, this is not a great synopsis for the book, but definitely check it out. It's around Dia de los Muertos. It has a transgender lead. I think that's dope. So definitely check it out. It's such a good YA novel. The other book is When Trying to Return by Jennifer Maritza McCauley. I hope I say your name right. I'm so sorry. They are dope. I actually got to interview this author for Las Comadres, a teleconference book club. Actually looked that up on YouTube. You could see, you just put in Las Comadres on YouTube. They have their own channel, and you could see my interview with them. Or you could check out our IG our IG, and I have a post about my interview with that author. That author was so dope. They love anime. It was amazing, that chat. They support them. So their book is When Trying to Return Home. It is so good because it's about the African American and also the Afro-Latin experience of just living and the oppression that sadly a lot of these communities experience, and just trying to be who they are in all their flaws and beauty, and just all the experience that they go through, the beauty, but the oppression, the just trying to survive, but the thriving. It's just a beautiful story, novel. Definitely read it. The other one I actually haven't read, but I was like, you know what? Let me. I got it from Target, and I'm gonna read it for Espooky season. But I haven't read it yet because I'm just I'm trying to fucking read too many books. I'm still reading Yellowface by R.F. Kuang. I'm reading Diversity, Visibility, which is a fucking amazing ass book. It's edited by disability activist Alice Wong. It's an amazing book. Definitely check that out. But the book, I bought it. I'm going to read it for the spooky season. Is Our Shadows Have Claws, 15 Latin American Monster Stories. Because he's just sneezing up in here.
Amparo, Ortiz, and Yamile, Saied, Mendez.
Yes. And so definitely, it's supposed to be 15 like a Latin American like legends, myths, like monster stories.
Wait, you have this book?
And yeah, I bought it. I just haven't read it yet. I'm gonna read it for. It's in my room.
What?
Yeah.
Just take it out for me to read.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, I saw it on
right now. I was reading 5 books.
I'm reading five books.
I was like, Shetty, yo,
insane.
At most 2 at the same time.
I'm reading a book called Earthlings, which is a disturbing book on top of that. That's a very fucking disturbing book, Earthlings. But I still need to finish it. Yeah, I'm reading so many books. So definitely, I'm trying to get to that book for the spooky season. So let's see. So I'm excited to read it. So that's why I wanted to mention it. So yeah, that's pretty much it because we didn't mention the movies.
That's okay. We don't
and that's okay.
have to.
And we don't
because we
have
talk
to
about other things.
Yes, definitely. Nsync. Sorry. I'm just thinking, it just brings me back so many memories that when my mom, because of course we didn't have money back then, my mom was the one that, made the money and shit. And it wasn't much, of course, so we had to save up. And I used to be like, oh my God, we got to go to an Nsync concert. We got to go, Ma. And we were trying to, for no strings attached. That shit didn't happen. I got shitted on by a bird. When I was online trying to get tickets at a record store with my brother Harry, and I got shitted on by a bird before I had to go in, and there was no tickets. There were like separate seats, but barely. And I was like, shit. I think that was just bad luck. No, I was just joking. But it was just, it just happened. So, yeah, I think this is before Ticketmaster because I don't know why the fuck I was online waiting for tickets.
What's more important is like, who remembers when concert tickets were like $75?
Oh, Jesus. That's another thing. If Nsync goes on tour, I'm fighting people to get those tickets because you probably have to. Because those tickets are crazy. Like, we looked up Beyonce. I looked up Taylor Swift, and I looked up Karol G.
And, I don't know.
It was fucking crazy.
They're crazy.
The tickets? Dude, you are spending almost like $1,000. People are spending $1,000 for tickets.
Carajo with Ticketmaster.
And Ticketmaster go fuck itself. Because those resale prices.
Allowing those resale prices.
And I wish, I'm going to be honest.
They're just interested in money. They don't care about people.
I wish celebrities would fight more for their fans.
They would. Because
come on, man.
But I want to say that they probably get a bite.
From the resales?
I want to believe that.
I think so, which fucking sucks ass.
If they didn't, they wouldn't allow it. Like BTS had to do this whole other system just so that the resales wouldn't go crazy on their fans. I was like, thank you BTS for looking out for your fans. Ain't no other artist is doing that. At least not that I know of.
Because you're spending so much money to support them.
I know. They're selling $2,000 tickets. I'm like, they have to get something out of that. I don't know. Because why would that be still allowed? Maybe I'm wrong.
I'll definitely be broke for Nsync if they go on tour.
Oh, you want to pay that much? No, you just got to be
Probably
right on the computer like, back in the day, we were like, the tickets go on sale at 8 o'clock on Tuesday. And we were on that computer like, what?
We did get to see when they took out Celebrity. We got to finally see an Nsync concert when they did their second album, Celebrity. And my mom bought the tickets, and she was tight as hell. She was like, why y'all bring me? So when I told her about Nsync coming back, she was like, you better not put me through that shit anymore. I was like, Mom, I'm an adult. I make my own money. Don't worry. I'll put through my misery through that shit again.
Right?
But anyways, that was funny. And it just brought me back memories. So, yes, thank you for listening. Check us out, Apple Podcasts. YouTube is going to go up on YouTube. And thank you for listening. And we'll be back for a spooky horror stories and movies. Shit, can we still talk about movies?
Yep.
Fuck, I forgot. No. Anyways, we'll be back.
We'll be back. Peace out. Thank you for listening. Adios. We totally love you guys. Thank you for listening to our just random talks.
Random talks all the time.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be doing lives. And tonight I'm doing a live, although this show ain't going to be up. But I'm going to be doing lives to talk about the project if you want to hear more. Not. Or you just want to chat with me about just anything about movies. Because it's fun doing lives. Maybe because I have no friends now.
Well, what about me, y'all? I'm your friend.
Not hanging out. You're my sister. There's a difference.
Oh, shit. I felt that.
And Babs is my sister, too.
Damn. Anyways, all right. Peace out. Adios.
Okay.